And we are live on MMA UK YouTube. I'm here with the miracle, Lerone Murphy. How are you?
Nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm really good, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm great. Great. Feeling good.
So I'm excited to talk to you about this fight. It was supposed to be August 14th.
Yeah.
We were all hoping it was going to be in London, and now it looks like on Tapology it says it's a rumoured bout at the moment. I think they moved the whole of that card to like the 4th of September.
So I've heard. It's nothing's been confirmed yet, but it's looking likely. Yeah.
So my first question is, how hard is that? Like with the fight date kind of up in the air, how do you make sure you peak at the right time if you're not entirely sure when the fight date is?
I think because it's so far away anyway. Right now it's just like about getting the body right for camp. I feel like if it's 8 weeks to 6 to 8 weeks out, then it'll be like it would be and ahhing. But because it's so far away, I feel like
Yeah.
it's okay. We train every day anyway, so the last 6 weeks we just step up the training.
And does it bother you when it's going to be? Like, do you want it the sooner the better, or?
I At the start I would have preferred it to be in August, so I could have went away and relaxed. But it is what it is. I'm just happy to fight, to be honest. So September is good for me. It's more time to get better, more time to learn.
Yeah. And it looks like you still got the same opponent, Charles Jordain. Is that what you know about the situation?
Supposedly, I don't know. We'll see. That's what I've seen on the internet. Anyway, I find out everything on the internet. Me nowadays, I don't even know what's going on. I just look on Twitter and find out what's what.
That's so mental.
That's how it is. I didn't even know the date got changed until I looked on the internet. So yeah,
Oh my God, I guess they just assume that you guys have to be cool with that.
yeah, we just got to stay ready, haven't we? It is what it is.
So let's assume that it is your opponent.
Mm.
He is your opponent still, Charles Jordain. What do you know about him? What do you think about him? What are you expecting from him?
Very good fighter. Very, very good fighter. He's only been beat by good guys as always. He's finished a lot of guys. He's a very good striker with good jiu-jitsu. I've come up against some guys before, but Charles brings a lot to the table. I think it'll be a fun fight. I'm looking forward to this test. And surely the winner of that goes top 15.
Yeah, that was actually one of my next questions was going to be, you can't be far off the
Mm.
rankings. And like you say, either of you with a win here have got to be in the top 15.
Yeah, of course. He's fought the best guys outside the top 15 and so have I. So, and I think he's only lost one in the UFC, maybe
And
from
that was
what I
a
can
split
think of.
decision, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
and
yeah,
probably the one that he's most well known for because it was against Andre Philly.
yeah. Good fight, wasn't it?
And yeah, good fight, really close fight. And
Mm,
he's always someone, Philly is someone who I've always thought would be a great opponent for you and a big
mm,
name and somebody I'd like to see you fight. Is that
mm.
someone you'd be down to fight in the future?
Yeah, he's like the gatekeeper of the division. If you beat him, you're ready for the top 15. He's a good fighter, but obviously he's just not really challenged like the top 10 guys. But he's a good fighter. He's been about for time. Got great experience. So yeah, it'll be a good matchup too.
Yeah, he's got a huge number of fights. Somebody
Mm.
else with a huge number of fights, but I also think would be a great matchup for you. Cub Swanson, I'd love to see you fight him at some point.
Yeah, he's on the radar. All these guys are on the radar. I'd love to fight all of them later on in my career and see what happens. But I want to test myself against the best, and I feel like Charles Jordain's a better matchup than them guys because he's young and hungry like me. He's up and coming
Yeah.
like me. He's not been about for that long. I think he's might have started when I started really. So we're both hungry. We've not been
Yeah.
about
In
for
a
long,
way,
so
a
we're
more dangerous opponent because
yeah,
of that.
definitely. He's not here to make up numbers. Do you know what I mean? He's here to challenge, just like I am. So, be fun.
It's really exciting. And so or when you get the win, you get on the microphone, is there anyone that you're calling out?
I'm calling out the top 15 straight away. I'm calling out the top 15. I don't want nothing else but top 15 after this one. That's
I'm
it.
I'm I'm buzzing for this, and I want to know what you're expecting from yourself in this fight. Like, what have you done? What's changed since we've last seen you fight?
I felt like it. I felt like I just almost got the wrong instruction in the last fight. It was almost like, oh, hit and get out of there and don't like. It's almost a negative game plan to like. That's not me. Do you know what I mean? Just like, and I ended up catching more damage doing that. By doing that, I thought I should have just been going forward and just putting it on him and just beat him up. But I felt like every time I went forward, it's like, oh, right, come back now, pull. It's just, I don't know. But this time I'm going in to kill. It'll be kill or be killed next fight.
You can't be disappointed in that last performance, though. It was incredible.
Took too much damage. You can't. I feel like you can't be taking that much damage against. Not that he's a bad opponent, of course. But I feel like them I should be taking damage in like top 10 fights, top 15 fights, but not. I feel like I should have been fighting a lot smarter than I did anyway.
I do really like that attitude because, like you say, you've got a long career ahead of you and you're going to be fighting the best guys, and damage avoidance is always a good strategy.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to go forward in this fight, how are you going to avoid the damage?
By giving out damage. That's by giving out damage, getting him on the back foot. Not letting these guys come forward and throw their shots too much. I felt like that's what I'd done last time, but it'd be a good fight, man. Like, he comes forward and I come forward, so we're both probably going to receive damage in this fight, but we love it.
Yeah. And the fact that like nobody's 100% sure what's going on with this card, I really hope, especially after speaking to you, I really hope that it will be this opponent. But what happens if it's not? Do you train for anyone specifically, or
It will.
I've lost your sound there. Lost your sound. You're can't hear you. We're just for anyone who's only listening on. Oh, we got you back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, got you. Yeah. Sorry, I was saying, do you train for specific opponents, or does it phase you if they get switched? Particularly like traveling during the pandemic and stuff. Like there just seems to be more opponent changes than usual.
I feel like unless there's to go from a heavy wrestler to a striker or other way around, I feel like we're training all disciplines anyway. We're wrestling, we're grappling, we're ready for anyone at any time. You have to be like the level of MMA nowadays. You don't know if somebody's going to come to wrestle or come to grapple anyway. So I feel like you got to be ready for anything. But I think he's predominantly southpaw, but he switches a lot. So obviously we're going to be training with a lot of southpaws too.
How do you feel about fighting southpaws? Dirty southpaws.
I like it, I like it. It's a different game, but I switch a lot as well, so it don't really matter to me, really. It doesn't really matter to me, to be honest.
Would any opponent change phase you at all?
What do you mean by any? Like
late in the day, or is there anything they could throw a curveball at you that would make you think I shouldn't take this now?
Not even. I feel like I'm at the point where I've got to be ready to fight anybody now. I'm at that point now. If I want to break into the top 15, I have to be able to fight anybody at any time. So, but obviously, I want to fight this opponent because I feel like it's going to be a full matchup, and I'm looking for that 50K.
Yeah, I really hope that it is this opponent now. After speaking to you about him, you've made me want it to be him.
It's a good fight. It's a good fight. I'm
really up for it.
Yeah, I am. Like the last one, I think I was too confident going into that fight, and this one, I feel like I've got that fire back where I wanna push myself and I wanna get up for the challenge. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. And I want to ask you about the gym. You train at Manchester Top Team. It's a hotbed of talent. You've got so many great guys there. I just wanted to talk to you about maybe some of the youngsters, the people in Bellator and FEN. They're very well known, but like, who should we be looking out for in your gym? Danny Bruff from MMA UK has done some interviews with them all recently.
Mm.
People should go and check them out. But who do you think's looking good?
For me, it's the people that are putting in the work and putting in the effort, and I just want to do anything to get better. So the people like we got a heavyweight called AB. He's coming up now. He's strong. He's looking very good. I feel like he should do well. Ibrahim, you know of Ibrahim already.
Yeah,
Young Russian kid. He's coming up. Little Lewis McGrillen. He's flying up. I think he's just turned pro as well. Um, there's so many talented guys. There's loads of guys that are flying under the radar. But we've got a lot of talent in the gym at the minute, so we're flying.
yeah. And I see you in people's corners. Like, is
Mm.
coaching something that you want to go into, like when you finish fighting, or is that just
Yeah,
you being a good teammate?
I'm a good teammate, but also I'm gonna open my own gym at some point. Definitely, that's always been
A
the plan.
rival to MTT.
Yeah, that's always been my plan. I've always wanted to open my own gym, so that'll be the plan later on. But obviously, I've not got the time to do that if I'm heading for the championship.
Yeah. You're going to poach half the people at the gym.
You're trying to
That
cause
wasn't a
trouble.
no call.
You're trying to cause trouble.
And with the fight, like, kind of being so far away at the moment, like, are you able to have some enjoyment now that lockdown's lifted? Like, are you able to eat some fun stuff, go out with your
Mm.
mates, enjoy the sunshine, or is it all just hard graft down the gym?
I train hard and then I go and eat food with family or friends. That's what I'll be doing that on
You're
the
looking
weekend too.
trim though.
I'm not. I feel like it's just this tight top. I'm not. I'm pretty heavy right now, to be honest. But I've been chilling. But yeah, train hard through the day, train in the evening, and then go and eat good. Like at the minute, it's not about the weight, so I'm happy. I'm just trying to be happy and focus on getting better and improving my skill really. But this camp, I'm gonna go back to basics. This camp, I'm gonna go back to my uncle's boxing gym. I'm gonna go back to Salford Wrestling Club. I'm just gonna mix it up. I'm just gonna dot about a bit.
Yeah.
That's what
And
I've always done.
what about food in camp? Do you have a nutritionist or anything, or do you do your own weight cuts?
Do my own really. I've been doing it for so long now. I kind of know what I'm eating, but I've just got like a sponsorship from Diets to Go who are sending meals out. So it's much easier. I come home from the gym. I've already got meals in the fridge. Just heat them up and go. And I know how many
Shout out
calories
to
I'm
them.
having too. Yeah, man.
Are there any other sponsors that you want to shout out, or anyone from the gym that you want to say hi or thank you to?
Just people that are putting in the time, and obviously all my training partners that have been helping me out a lot. Lofty's been coming out of his way with his broken back and padding me here and there as well.
Oh,
Loads of people. It's anyone that's helping on the journey, really.
yeah. I think you guys have got such a good vibe at the gym. It really it makes my heart happy how many good MMA gyms we've got in the UK,
Mm,
and you guys are definitely up there with one of the best, and I'm sure you'd say the best. Like, you've just got so many good guys there, but beyond the talent, it's
mm,
like the team dynamic and how much you can see you genuinely care for each other,
yeah,
and that vibe leads to winning, not winning leads to the good feeling, if you know what I mean.
yeah, definitely. It's a brotherhood at the gym now as well. Got people coming from all over. Jonas in Denmark lost the other week, but he's in good spirit and he's ready to go again. So I can't wait for him to get to the top two.
I saw him like he was back in the gym like the day
Yeah,
or two after. Just
he's the hardest worker I know. Like he deserves it, man. So I hope he does get there, and I'm sure he will as well.
I'm sure he will too. And those kind of fights are just savage, where they're over
Yeah,
quickly and you don't
yeah.
feel like you get to show the best of yourself.
Mm.
But I think they're also the fights that either make you or break you as a
Yeah,
fighter. Some people don't know how to lose. Like
yeah,
Ronda Rousey couldn't really come
yeah,
back from
yeah,
this
yeah.
sport.
Mm,
But, like those are the kind of things that you have to go through to come out the other side and be
mm.
better.
It's part of
But
the game, innit? It's part of the game. You can't expect to win or more, especially when you're fighting the best guys in the world. Like that kid he fought was good. It was a very good opponent. So one little mistake and it's over.
yeah. But what does it feel like to be still undefeated in the UFC? Like you got a target on your back in a way. You go
I
into
don't,
every fight with them saying the undefeated.
I don't even think about it, to be honest. I don't even think about it. I just think about winning. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about, I don't want to lose my O or whatever. I'm not even bothered about that, to be honest. I'm just thinking about where I want to get to. That's all I think about, the journey. And if I have to take a loss to get to where I'm going, so be it. But as long as I get to my destination,
Yeah,
I
because
don't
I
care.
always think there is like if you sat and thought about it, like there is a lot of pressure on you. Like the way you
Mm,
deal with it's amazing, but like the way your first fight in the UFC went, and the fact you took that on short notice, you really
mm,
made people sit up and pay attention. And you've been on Dana's radar like from the get go.
yeah.
He's spoken about you every fight since. So like, how do you deal with that? Do you not think about that, or it doesn't phase you?
It doesn't phase me really. I feel like I'm so far off where I need to be that it doesn't phase me. And the best is yet to come. When I start fighting these top 5 guys, that's when it'll be like, this is real now. Do you know what I mean? But as it stands now, I've only had a few fights in the UFC. Nothing's concrete yet, so keep pushing in it.
I like it. I like that you still see yourself that way, because
Mm,
there'll be a lot of people looking up at you and you're a superstar already.
mm, maybe I'm just a normal guy, innit? A normal kid.
The dream for me is that Arnold's got the belt and you'll have to fight him for it at some
Who?
point. That would be Arnold Allen. It would be
Okay,
so
okay.
cool to have an all English
He's a
champion and challenger.
He's a dark horse of the division as well. He's so good, technically so good, smart fighter. I do feel like he will get to the top 5 at least. Anyway, he'll be challenging for that title, I think.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, looking at that fight against Sadiq Youssef, it made him look so slow, and it just made him look like he shouldn't have been in there. So it shows how good he is.
Yeah, and he's such an incredible opponent as well. I
Mm,
think a lot of people thought that would be closer than it was, and it
yeah,
just proved Arnold's pedigree, I guess.
it did. It did. It did.
Um,
He's very good.
I think because he's quite quiet and he never like calls people out or anything, like
Same
that's
as
why
Leon
he goes a
Edwards,
bit.
though. He's the
Yeah,
same as Leon
yeah,
Edwards.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
they're both
people go
some.
under the radar.
Yeah, they're both some of the best fighters in the divisions, if not like top 5 fighters in the divisions. And because so humble, they're just naturally humble and just fly under the radar. But that's just the way MMA is nowadays, isn't it? Got to talk
So
up.
exactly, yeah, and that's why I think it is, a good thing. It's a good thing to be yourself, but sometimes
Mm,
you've got to put something out there.
mm.
Um, you mentioned Leon there. What's your prediction for his fight this weekend? It's an insane card.
Yes, I love the card. I'll be watching that. I feel like he might. I think he might get a late stoppage, maybe fourth round. I'll go for 4th round stoppage.
Yeah,
TKO.
yeah. I can't see anything other than total domination
Yeah,
from Leon.
he should walk all over him. I feel like Nate's going to be too slow for him and too ploddy. He's going to be too smart and too slick for him.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight for Leon, but I was
Mhm.
surprised that the UFC made that matchup.
I feel like it's because Leon's number 3 now, and if Nate wins that, so it sets up the Usman Nate fight, which is a big fight for the fans. Like Nate's just a
They're
big,
both terrible
yeah,
matchups
yeah,
tonight,
yeah.
though, aren't they? Like,
Do you know
it's
what I
hard
feel?
to see either of those going well for him. Bless
I
his
feel like they're
heart.
just trying to build Leon's fan base also as well. because Nate's got a big following. If Leon gets a stoppage here, his following shoots up, then it sells the fight with Usman a lot more.
I think Leon just needs to fight Jake Paul then. That seems to work for people.
That's a money fight, isn't it?
What other fights are you excited for this weekend? What's your prediction for Adesanya Vettori?
I think Adesanya walks all over him. I don't know if he'll stop him though, but I feel like it'll be a clean victory to it. I'm looking forward to the Hakeem Dawodu versus Movsar Evliov. I want to see how that fight plays out. I'll be keeping an eye on that fight.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. It's an amazing card, and like the whole thing's absolutely stacked. It's one of the ones that I'm most looking forward to for a long time. But I'm really hoping that this September card is going to be in the UK, that they don't give up on that, and that we get to see you back in there. Does it make a difference to you if it's in the UK and if fans get to be there, or are you not fussed?
I'm not, to be honest, I'm not really bothered, but to fight on home soil again would be amazing, because I've not fought in front of home crowds in the UFC yet. So I want to feel that energy. I've not felt that before. All three of my fights have been in Abu Dhabi. One of the first time I fought, there was a crowd, but it was a hostile crowd. So that was fun. That was a fun experience. But I want to feel like the crowd on my side. I want to feel like that energy. I want to feel what that energy is like. So it'll be a good experience to have all my family and friends there as well.
Yeah, like I actually prefer it when there's no crowds, unless I can be there myself. Then I want there to be a crowd, and it would be amazing. I feel like we've been deprived of live MMA for such a long time now. Like it would just. We normally raise the roof at the O2 anyway, but I just feel like finally being let back to live fights would just be so awesome. It would be.
I feel like that this fight I'm in now with a crowd would be it'd just be mad. It'd be crazy. I feel like we need the crowd for this fight.
Yeah. It would be epic. Have you got any other destinations on your bucket list to fight? A lot of people would like to fight in Japan.
Japan's my top three anyway. Vegas, I've not done Vegas. I want to do Vegas with a crowd though, in a casino rather than at the PI. Where else? Like I want to fight like the Asia, like Singapore kind of places, like them kind of places.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
What about Brazil? You definitely like against a Brazilian, no?
Nah, I don't want to go to Brazil. I want to go to Brazil, but I don't want to fight in Brazil because I heard that all the venues are mad hot, and I don't want to. Nah, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Brazilians are tough as well.
Really tough. And they're like West Ham fans as well, I think.
I never want to see a Brazilian ever again in my life.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to me. Is there anything else you wanted to say before I let you go?
I'm all good, but just stay tuned and we'll be ready to go September 4th.
Oh, we'll keep everyone updated of when your fight is just formally like confirmed for that date. Definitely after speaking to you, I'm going to be gutted if it is not him. I'm sure they'll make it happen, but
it'll happen sometime down the line. But I'm sure it'll happen this time.
Yeah. I really feel like this is, you know, like you're on the cusp of, like you say, this top 15. It's going to be really special. I just feel like we're following you all the way to the big time, and it's epic. It's epic to watch. It's lovely to speak to you every time. I feel like I'm catching up with a mate rather than doing an interview.
No, that's good. That's good.
Lerone's like, yeah, not for me, but
no, definitely. It's been smooth, you know. It's not like an interview. You're right.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you. Stay fit, stay healthy, keep improving. I can't wait to see you put on another show. It's going to be epic. So buzzing.
Thank you. It's always a show when I fight.
It always is. You take care of yourself, Lerone.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers.